Hello, welcome back to my channel. John 3:16 is one of the most beloved as well as quoted scripture in the New Testament. But did you know that God expects us to love like Jesus and to sacrifice our lives for others as well? 1 John 3:16 says this, and I'm going to read the easy standard version. By this we know love, that he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brothers. This is a powerful definition of what true Christian-like love is. While John 3:16 reveals God's love for us by giving his son, 1 John 3:16 focuses on what love looks like in action as well as what it causes for us to do. It highlights two key truths, and I want to share them with you today. And the first one is this: that Jesus is the example of this love. He set the standard of love. His sacrifice on the cross is the ultimate example of what selfless and sacrificial love looks like. And in two, we are called to reflect that love, the love of Christ. Lay down our lives may not mean that we lay it down in a literal sense, because Christ has already done that. In fact, before he took his last breath, he said, "It is finished." So that part is done. But it can mean this: to deny yourself, self-denial, putting others first, and loving in a costly manner, in a tangible way. John emphasizes in this scripture that real love is not about just speaking words or feelings alone. It's not just something emotional, but it's visible. It costs something, but it benefits others. And you may be wondering, how can we apply this? First of all, we must practice self-sacrificial love. Ask yourself this: what can I give up to help someone for the good of others? And it might be something as simple as your time, comfort, resources, or even your pride. Love people with actions. Don't just say the words. Is there somebody in your life that you say, "I love you," but your action don't line up with the words that you use? Show that love to them. Don't just say, "I love you," but your actions reflect something totally different. And also serve others. Laying down your life can be serving someone when it's inconvenient, forgiving someone when it's hard, or standing by someone when their life is a mess, when it gets messy, when others have walked out. We ought to model Christ's love in every way and in our everyday relationships. Whether it's your marriage, your friendships, your co-workers, your children, in ministry, what would Jesus kind of love do? And what would it look like in those relationships? So I would like to close with this. Love is not just emotion that you feel. It is transforming. Just as the love of God and the sacrifice of Christ has changed your life, when you truly love like Jesus and you sacrifice for others, it can make a great impact and transform their lives as well. God is calling you to love, and Jesus has set the example for you to follow. And in fact, scripture says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his son," which lets us know this: we can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. In fact, 1 John 3:17 and 18 says this: "But whosoever has the world's goods, adequate resources, and sees his brother in need, but has no compassion for him, how does the love of God live in him?" Little children, Believers, dear ones, let us not love merely in theory, with word or with tongue, giving lip service to compassion, but in action and in truth, in practice and in sincerity, because practical acts of love are more than words. So ask yourself this question: who is it that you need to give your time, use your talent, your gift to express the love of Christ today? Thank you for watching. I pray that this video has inspired you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.